remember when. The phone itself doesn't work anymore. I can't hear anybody talking. The case costs more than the phone itself, and I don't want to buy a new case. It's paid off, and there's no contract. My phone is good enough. It's not the greatest phone, but it's my phone.
Hello and welcome to Lunch Therapy. I'm your host, Joel Marshall. Today is a very special day. Not only is it Interview Friday, where we bring on an incredible guest. Today's guest is Zack Binder, recommended to me by Ginny Sykes, the amazing Ginny Sykes. Sometimes she helps me find incredible guests, and she has really come through today with Zack Binder and his friend Ticklemuff and his other friend Jill. You'll see them. If you don't know them, you're going to love them. So this is the third time that we've had ventriloquists on the show. We had Mallory Lewis and Lamb Chop. We had Bonita Joy Yoder and her various puppets. And today, we're just going to have a blast. So I'm really looking forward to it. Kamala says she loves that commercial. I think I still have that same phone. I try to keep the phones as long as I can because, they don't change that much. I just upgraded my operating system on my iPhone and it just looks a little different. But they make such a big deal out of it. I don't know what the deal is. Wow, that's a great shirt. Thanks, Ginny. I'm being whimsical today. There's Ginny Sykes right there. I got my Space Cat shirt because I felt like, sometimes I just really like to wear purple pants and bizarre clothing, and sometimes I stifle myself, but I figure Ticklemuff's going to be on. He's very accepting of my lifestyle and my outfits, and I just am feeling free today. Normally I wear a black velvet shirt and I'm all serious. Not today. Whimsical is the word. Whimsical. I want to say thank you to my whimsical Patreon. See, it's happening already. Whimsy everywhere. These are clowns. Some of you are afraid of clowns. What's wrong with you? Clowns are beautiful. Beautiful. I got a clown right here. JP Patches, my favorite clown. Patreons. Every Friday we say thank you to the Patreons because they are the lifeblood of the show. This show could not happen without Patreons. Patreon.com/Joel Marshall is where you go. Patreon.com/Joel Marshall. And you can join Pam Palmieri, Neil Phillip, Seth Ward, Jason Edelman, Mary Marks, all these people in supporting the show. Howard is here. Ginny has some funky outfits. She does. I like, and Ginny, it's like a part of her act too, which is cool. I like that about her. I also want to find out how they did a comedy show in a morgue or something. I want to find out how that went. How did it go, Ginny? Wow, the hummingbirds are just on fire back there. Okay, it's breathing time. I'm a little jacked up today because whenever I get a puppet on the show, I don't know, the little kid inside of me just starts going, let me out, let me out. Today we got the brain fog remedy. A lot of people out there feeling brain fog. This is the remedy. If you listen really close, you can hear the cat, Perseus. That's nice. Ginny says it was deadly silent at the morgue where she did the comedy. It looked like a lot of fun, although morgues kind of creep me out a little bit. Having a hard time with the whole death thing. Todd says, ciao, monte bene, Friday. Todd just came back from Italy, obviously, where he spent a month there, cavorting around. You can see all that on Tuesday's show, Lunch Therapy. Todd Lee jacked more than normal. You don't have much higher to go. I know. The Brian Holtzman interview from way back, I just got a comment on it, and the guy was like, your mic is too hot. I have to keep turning it down. It's so annoying. So if anybody thinks my mic is too hot, let me know. What can I do? Maybe I'm too hot. Too hot. Don't you love the fact that I forgot to do the breathing? So behind me, Chantress Seba. I just think this is beautiful. Let's breathe. I'm going to try and be quiet. In through the nose, out through the toes. Hold it. Let it go. In through the nose, out through the toes. Hold it. Let it go. One more time. In through the nose, out through the toes. This is from Chantress Seba, Soothe Anxiety and Stress. It's on the Chantress Seba YouTube channel. I only want to play a little bit of it because I want you to go to their channel, obviously. But what a beautiful voice. Love the guitar. This was actually done live. Pretty cool. So go over to that channel, not right now though, because we got a show to do here. It's called Lunch Therapy. All right, so okay, it's Interview Friday. I got Zack Binder on the show today. Very excited about this, as you can tell. Zack is from Canada originally, from the great city of Toronto, where he began his performance career as a drag king, Zachy Lime. There he produced a show called House of Kings, popular bi-monthly drag show highlighting drag kings of Toronto. Then he was a stand-in on the show Umbrella Academy, season 3, stand-in for Elliot Page. And then, what do you know? They must have been like, this guy is so good. We're going to bump him up. Give him a part. Played Derek. This is the way I'm characterizing this story. It's probably completely different. But in the 4th season, he played Derek, which is a recurring role in the show. Very good actor. You'll have to check that out. And Zack was a closet ventriloquist for over a decade. Just doing the ventriloquism, but not showing it to anybody. Kind of like a lot of us do. We write screenplays. We put them in a drawer. We play the guitar to the wall. We do our stand-up, and we keep saying, I'm going to go to an open mic. I'm going to go, and we never go. We all do this kind of stuff. Did this for a while, and then one day I was like, you know what? I'm going to take a puppet. I'm going to go out in the world. So in July of 2023, Zack performed his first comedy show, and in the first year, he performed over 80 comedy shows around Los Angeles, including comedy clubs like The Crow in Santa Monica and the Hollywood Improv. His comedy has garnered over 13 million views online. He was in the Big Pine Comedy Festival in 2024. Came up with a one-man show, if you could call it a one-man show, because there's other puppets in the show. But it's called Once Upon a Breadcrumb. Sold out audience at Lyric Hyperion and the Elysian, which is some of our favorite theaters here on the show. And he stars in that show with Ticklemuff, his sidekick, and Jill, his other sidekick. He also helps produce Ticklemuff and Friends, which is a magical monthly variety show at the Lyric Hyperion. And he has a podcast called Soul Tickle Podcast, which is really cool. Let's see what some of the people are saying here. But he's a Mariners fan. Yeah, he's a Mariners fan. He's not a Toronto Blue Jays fan. We'll have to ask about that. I'm sure he's a Blue Jays fan. Is the Chantress available for kids' birthday parties? The Chantress. I don't know. We'll have to find out. That was the Chantress. That's the first time I've shown the Chantress on the show. Hopefully they're not going to be mad that I showed that. You never know. You never know. Sounds amazing. I love the name Ticklemuff. You're going to love the being even more. All right, let's get into this thing. It's called Interview Friday.
You want to introduce yourself?
Not really.
This is Ticklemuff. Yeah, they're a little shy, so it might just take a second to warm up.
Yes. Oh, wow. Welcome to Lunch Therapy, Zack and Ticklemuff.
Thank you.
Oh, did you just sneeze? Oh, you have a cold?
No.
Can you hear us?
It's
Can
hard to
you
hear
us properly?
Ticklemuff. Maybe we need to,
Oh,
maybe we need to not do the headphones. I don't know.
yeah. Should I try taking them
Yeah,
off
we
and
should
see?
try it. We should try it, Ticklemuff. Ticklemuff needs its own microphone, I guess.
Like
Hi.
a microphone.
Is that better?
It's better. It's better. Yeah, it's better.
Weird.
Isn't that weird?
Weird.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, it's great to have you both on the show. We're so fortunate to have you here. Because I want to make it all about me. I want to show you something that that happened to me.
Please.
We're going to start right off with that. This is a picture that I found in my photo roll from September 2023. I was at the Fourth Wall. I was so delighted to see somebody with a puppet that I took a picture and I sent it to my wife, and I was like, yeah, this is what's going on at the Fourth Wall. Yeah.
That's so funny. Yeah, I used to go to a lot of mics there with Jill.
Yeah.
That's so
I
funny.
remember
when I was
being
blind.
there. Yeah, I remember being there
Yeah.
and seeing you on the side with the puppet and being like, oh yeah, this is going to be good. I love it when people do something like completely outside of the normal realm.
Yeah.
I don't know if that normal is a good word, but anyway, do
Yeah.
something the usual, and all of a sudden so you say that you were a closeted ventriloquist. Was it
Yeah.
hard to like step out into the light as a ventriloquist?
I mean, I had been doing like little public performances, and during COVID, I had a bit of a kids show that I did with Ticklemuff on Zoom as a drag king through this bookshop that I was like a residency at in Toronto. But I was always so scared of comedy.
Oh,
Yeah, and I just didn't feel like I could write. It was just fear.
mhm.
And yeah, so I wasn't fully closeted, but I was not pursuing comedy at
Well,
all. Yeah.
sometimes I think it's probably hard to find a place. Like, what's the right place for this? Is it a kid
Totally.
show? Is it at the Fourth Wall, which can be quite gritty sometimes?
Yeah.
Ticklemuff, was
Yeah.
it hard for you? No?
I was doing a lot of things online, but it was hard to figure out how that translated on stage.
If that makes sense.
Yeah. And how did when did you really kind of hit your stride? When did you kind of realize, oh, this is how this works? Because it works really well.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, that clip that you played, that
Mhm.
was from the first show that I did with Ticklemuff once we figured out a good rhythm between us.
Yeah.
And that clip, it went viral and it has over like 16 million views at this point.
16 million views.
My followers on Instagram, they literally all came from that video, that 13-second video.
Yeah.
Um, but the way that I was able to find my rhythm with Ticklemuff on stage was because of my mentor, Beth Lapidus,
Beth
if you know.
Lapidus. Yes, she's been on the show. She's a wonderful person. Tell me about
She's,
that relationship. Yeah.
yeah. So she worked with us. We did her program, You But Funnier. And I brought Jill with me, and then she was like, "Why don't you bring Ticklemuff?" And she just gave me some homework to do with Ticklemuff, and through that homework, I developed the set that I did, which is where that video comes from.
That's
Yeah.
beautiful. That's a beautiful
Mm.
thing. And were you on Sesame Street before Ticklemuff? Is that where you grew up on the streets?
It's a long story, but yes.
Wow, that's impressive.
Yeah, behind the scenes.
Oh, you worked behind the scenes. You were on the crew.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Were you, did you find yourself, it's interesting because both of you have a similar trajectory then, because Zach was a stand-in for the Umbrella Academy. Is that right?
Yeah, it is true. Yeah.
And so was I.
And you were stand-in. Oh, you were stand-in on Sesame Street.
Yes.
You know, it's a great place to, I mean, people, it's kind of a little known secret, but it's a great place to learn the craft of television and filmmaking is to be a
It's
stand-in.
true.
Yeah. But yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. I learned so much that year of being a stand-in. I'd never been on, that's not true. I had a few co-star roles on like Netflix sets, but I'd never spent so much time on such a large set and just learning the hierarchy of things, how everything works. Especially when you're a stand-in, you see every department like revolving around you and you're literally just standing still. So it's a really great way to learn
Yeah.
about being on set.
And you get paid and you get your SAG card.
And you get paid. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Well, this
cool.
was in Canada, but I did get into the union
Oh,
in
wow.
Canada.
And then you ended up having a role on the show. How did that happen?
Yeah. So when season 3 ended, I moved to LA.
Mm-hmm.
And when I was in LA, I got a message from the people who booked me as a stand-in, and they were like, they'd love to have you back for season 4. And I was like, thank you so much. But, I'm in LA now. I kind of felt like it would be taking a step backwards to go back to Toronto, go back to being a stand-in. I loved my time there so much, but I felt like I'd learned all that I could really learn.
Mm-hmm.
And so I said no. And then a few months later, I get an audition from my agent in Toronto, and they're dummy sides, but I could tell from who was working on it that it was Umbrella. And I was like, oh my God, this would be crazy.
Yeah.
And I, worked on the audition and got pinned and booked it. And then when I got onto set, it was crazy to go back
Yeah.
as an actor. And the director and the DP were like, we saw that you auditioned and we loved you so much. We wanted to like do this for you. So they basically like gave me this break, which was so, so sweet.
That's great. It's not a very common thing, I think, that people move from stand-in to a regular on the show.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
Yeah. Just goes
Yeah,
to
so
show you,
I'm
you can't
super-
always just go by what other people say, too. You never know
yeah.
what's
Well,
going to
there's
happen.
this totally. I mean, there's this saying, um, I mean, it's not a saying, I think it's more of a concept in this industry. It's like everyone's path is different. And you
Yeah.
just never know. And if the path looks clear, you're probably following someone else's path.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
What were some of the things that you learned with Beth Lapidus about making your own set?
What did we learn?
Well, it was pretty specific to Ticklemuff. Like she was basically, what was it?
It was a long time ago, Joel.
I know.
Was it-
I'm really making you dig deep. At least you have each other to remember. That's one of the things. Are you each other's emotional support animal?
Yeah.
That's like one of the first lines in our current set.
Is it?
Ticklemuff's my emotional support puppet. Yeah.
Ah, that's great. That's great. Because I do feel that. Here's a a thing. Excuse me, from the podcast about being a good cuddler.
I'm a very good cuddler.
I believe it.
Yeah.
I think I've seen at least one Instagram reel of you two cuddling.
Yeah, Zach put a video camera in the bedroom.
So that's from your podcast. You guys both have a podcast together?
Yeah.
It's called Soul Tickle and we co-host it.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's more my podcast.
It's both of our podcasts.
it is.
Yeah.
It's more my podcast. Do you have a rivalry with each other sometimes? Do you compete with each other? Does that help you excel in what you do?
Do you want to take this one?
Well, sometimes sometimes it feels like people love Ticklemuff
Yeah.
more.
Oh,
Can
I
you
bet.
blame them?
I can't blame anyone, but it does stir up some jealousy.
Which
Yeah, I
is
bet.
human.
That's
It's only
very.
human.
It's
Yeah.
very honest of you to say that. I
Yeah.
noticed in the Pee Wee Herman documentary. Did you see that?
Oh yes, resonated very hard.
It did, didn't it? And there was a point where it felt like he was a little bit jealous of Pee Wee Herman.
Yeah,
You know?
I related very
Rubens.
hard to that. Yeah.
Do you ever do acts apart from one another?
Um,
Do you ever do any solo stuff without a puppet?
in Once Upon a Breadcrumb, I have some solo moments.
Mm-hmm.
I have been wanting and trying to work on some solo stand-up.
Yeah.
It's such a different beast.
Yeah.
And Ticklemuff sometimes does videos alone online, but
Really?
mostly we're together because to me, I love like our relationship and I love the magic of ventriloquism and
You're so good at it. You're so
Thank you.
both of you are good at it. Both of you are good at like handing off back to each other and working with one another. It's really great. Do they have these two puppets, Jill and Ticklemuff? We haven't seen Jill, but do they have a rivalry between them? Because they seem like they're a little bit different in temperament.
That's a great question, Joel. Yeah.
Yes.
Jill has a rivalry with Ticklemuff, but
I don't.
yeah, Ticklemuff has no problem with Jill. Jill is obviously very jealous
Mm.
because Ticklemuff has taken off
I'm the
Sure.
star.
and Jill has been left in the dust.
Ah,
So
I see.
yeah,
Yeah, I see.
Yeah, it's very hard for her.
yeah,
Oh, yeah, I can understand. These things have a way of coming around though. So, she might have her moment at another time. I think of
Maybe.
Justine Bateman and her brother, Justin Bateman.
Yeah.
They've both had their times and you never know what's going to happen. You never know. But
yeah.
here's I should show a clip of Jill if I can.
Oh
Here.
God.
Jill's going to be very upset if I don't have a clip. Boney, could you get a clip? Oh, Boney's got one.
I just love how many couples are buried here. Yeah, it's so romantic. We could get buried here one day. Together forever. Till death do us part, baby.
was a very
Oh my
dark episode there.
God, that was so old. That was from my voice was so high. Yeah. Um, that's so funny. Yeah, that was when we were trying to do like social media reels, Jill and I.
So you and
Yeah.
Jill, were you and Jill together first? So Jill's sort of your ex. No, I don't want to
Yes.
say. Maybe I'm stepping into some dark territory here, but Jill, it seemed like you were like an item, and Jill was very tall, like the same height as you,
Yeah,
right? I
she's
mean,
even bigger. She's huge.
bigger
Yeah.
than you, yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
how did that develop? Did Ticklemuff come along afterwards? What happened exactly? How did this occur?
Um, well, I met Ticklemuff 10 years ago, and
Where did you
Ticklemuff
meet?
was at a ventriloquist convention.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's in Kentucky.
Wow.
Um,
Was Ticklemuff with somebody else at the time?
No.
Oh, okay. I'm just
no.
asking. I mean, I don't want to be too personal, but was wondering if he was, had a partner too, and then was just like,
No.
screw this
No.
person. Okay, good.
No.
Good.
No. Uh, I saw Ticklemuff and it was love at first sight.
Oh, nice.
But yeah. But when I was a drag king, someone saw me performing with a puppet, not with Ticklemuff, but a different puppet, and he said that he had this puppet in his house that was a mascot for this drag show that he had been producing, or he had been photographing
Yeah.
in the 2010s.
Mm-hmm.
And he brought me to his house and opened this cupboard and showed me Jill stuffed into a box.
Oh,
And
So scary.
yeah, it was very scary. But when I saw her, I fell in love with her because I love larger than life
yeah.
things. And he basically gave her to me. So I inherited her
You rescued her.
and I did. I
Yeah.
rescued her.
It's
Yeah.
beautiful. She
Yeah,
must be
thank you.
very happy that you did that. So
You'd think
that's,
she'd be more grateful,
you'd
but
think she would. You'd think she would.
yeah. Yeah.
Now, were you
So
all
yeah,
three? You're all three in that show, though.
in Once Upon a Breadcrumb,
Once Upon a Breadcrumb. Yeah.
yeah, she plays the villain.
I wish I'd seen that show. Is that show continuing on, or is that now been shelved and moving on to the next new chapter?
I mean, we're moving on to the next, but I do want to bring it to Edinburgh Fringe
Mhm.
next year, hopefully.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
great.
and we'll probably do it again in LA before then. So,
Ginny Sykes says that show is great.
thanks,
I
Jenny.
wish I
Yeah,
had
Jenny
seen that
Kane,
show.
very nice.
And it played at the
Yeah, that
Lyric.
was a lot of fun.
Was it fun?
What?
It was played at the Lyric
Yeah, it was so
Hyperion
much fun.
and the Elysian
The
as well.
Elysian. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Super cool.
yeah. Ticklemuff got to be the hero. Kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, Jill was a villain, but yeah, Jill and I, her real name is Lady Gamora,
Mm.
her stage name. Anyway, it's a long story. There's a lot of history, a lot of
Boy,
lore.
I can tell. It's like just a lot. Who are both of you? This is a question for both of you. Who are your idols? Who were the ones that inspired you to do this kind of work?
Well, for me, definitely Sherry Lewis.
Yeah.
Were you a
And
Sherry
mine
Lewis
would be
fan?
Lamb Chop.
Oh, Lamb Chop. Yours would be Lamb Chop.
Yeah. Yeah.
Have you met
Yeah,
them? Have you met Mallory and Lamb Chop?
Not yet.
We gotta hook
but
that up.
yeah, I feel like it will happen someday soon. So
Definitely. They're fun. I did a little video with Lamb Chop.
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
I'll have
my
to,
God.
maybe I'll find it
So
for
cool.
y'all. Maybe Boney, can you find that video that I did? Um,
Bonnie.
yeah, it was for the for women's rights. There was a
Wow.
women's rights march, and we did like a little video together. Not
That's
to
so
brag or
cool.
anything, but Lamb
Yeah.
Chop and I are like
Yeah.
this. We're like this. Now here's you with a bunch of ventriloquist puppets.
This is crazy. Is this where I'm gonna go?
Maybe one day.
phew, okay. Blink once if you need help. They're not blinking.
You know, they're puppets.
That's true.
That was one of the puppets.
Yeah.
My gosh. So is it
Yeah.
difficult now? Do you find yourself with a split personality? Do you find yourself talking to yourself a lot when Ticklemuff's not around?
It's funny because sometimes even when Ticklemuff isn't physically with me, we can talk through telepathy.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see. I see.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how we rehearse a lot.
Yeah, because I get tired physically.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I was told that by your handlers, and they said that if anytime you want to take a rest during the podcast, you can totally do that. Okay, I mean this is
Thank you.
you can take a nap,
Yeah,
you can
I
take a
might.
rug and take a nap, whatever you want to do.
Yeah, maybe I'll go take a nap.
Okay.
Okay, that would be cool because Zach and I are going to talk about like technique now, because I'm going to ask Zach about like how he does some of the magic that occurs here. Unless you want to
Okay,
be in
I'm
on
gonna.
that, do you want to be on that conversation, or do you want to go take a nap?
No, I think I'm gonna take a nap.
All right, go ahead. It's
Okay.
very nice seeing you. Come back, if you
Yeah.
want, at any time during the
I'll
show.
be back.
Okay,
Okay.
good.
Okay.
Can you tell me a little bit about how you learned to do this work? Because you're really good at it.
Thank you. I was in high school and honestly just spent a lot of time in front of a mirror and using techniques that I read about online, like putting something between your teeth so that there's a space there, but just honestly, just hours and hours of uh, self training.
Really. And so like you'll put like a
And
cork between your teeth? Or
yeah, they say like an
like a
eraser, but that feels too big. I don't know, something that's like, I don't know, like a nice little, like about that.
because you
Yeah,
need to have some space for the sound to come out, but you
yeah,
also don't want to look like you're talking.
yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
And then also just like sitting with a puppet and just like having them breathe, just being
Yeah.
without talking. Because for me, like the movement of a puppet is so important. Like nothing annoys me or makes me cringe more than seeing a puppet on stage or otherwise that is just like not,
Not engaged.
yeah. And I don't like that.
That's what's so amazing when we were just talking now, how Ticklemuff, when you were talking and Ticklemuff was quiet, Ticklemuff was actively listening, still alive, not just sitting there. Yeah,
Yeah.
and that makes all the difference in the world. It's also a lesson for actors, because a lot of times when we
Mm-hmm.
start acting, we think that we're only acting when we're talking, and
Yeah,
then we go kind of dead.
totally.
And we've got to have that whole dialogue that's going on in our head, just like Ticklemuff has to have this whole dialogue that's going on in Ticklemuff's head.
Yeah,
And
totally.
it's
Yeah.
amazing that you do it. It's amazing your rapport together too. I've watched your podcast as well, and I think
Thank you.
the illusion is so real that your guests end up talking to Ticklemuff. At the beginning they're kind of like, "Should I be looking at Ticklemuff?" You're like, "Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Ticklemuff loves it when you look at him." And
Yeah.
after a while, then they just forget. I think
Yeah.
they
Yeah,
think that they're two
totally.
different beings.
I almost, it's funny, depending on the guest, sometimes they'll connect more with Ticklemuff, sometimes they'll connect more with me, and
Mhm.
sometimes it's pretty equal. But in the times that they connect more with me, I personally, I enjoy it, but then Ticklemuff feels left out and takes a little offense.
Do you feel like you and Ticklemuff have separate emotions that are going on all the time?
Yeah. Yeah.
Sometimes when ventriloquists say that the puppet can say things that they can't say. is that true? Maybe it's more so with Jill. I don't know.
It's funny. It's in different ways. Like Ticklemuff is very blunt and loving. Like there's no filter, but it's coming from a very loving
Yes.
place.
Yes.
Whereas Jill is more sexual.
You know, it's interesting too because Sherry Lewis, when I was talking to Mallory about it, she said that Sherry Lewis, and you see clips of this, she had a nighttime show where she would do
Hmm.
filthy things. Lamb Chop had a filthy mouth, and then she would have the
Yeah,
regular show with the kids.
yeah.
Do you find that with Ticklemuff as well?
I mean, yeah, Ticklemuff can get more adult.
Yeah.
Um,
They just play to their
yeah,
audience, I guess, just like we do.
yeah,
Just like we do.
totally, totally,
There's a great
totally.
story about, I don't know if you know about Kukla, Fran, and Ollie. Do you ever watch
Yeah.
that show? Oh, you got to check.
Okay.
You got to check it out. It was way back, like when I was a little kid. This was old. It's black and white, but it was a show that was on, and a lot of like movie stars. Everybody watched this show regularly, and it was two puppets, Kukla and Ollie, and then a woman who would stand in front of the puppeteers thing, and they would just riff. I mean, I'm sure they had scripted things, but they were just had such a great rapport with one another. And
Wow.
the puppeteer of Kukla, Fran, and Ollie, which maybe somebody in the chat room can tell me who that is. He was in the Friars Club with all the comedians, and he would get drunk and do a puppet show. And a lot of people would say Ollie wasn't drunk, and Kukla was completely wasted.
That's so funny.
Yeah, so yeah, definitely
That's
check out
cool.
Kukla, Fran, and Ollie. I think it's one of those things that's kind of
Yeah.
gone into the history books, but I think you'll really enjoy it. Do you ever
Cool.
does Ticklemuff ever interact with other people's puppets?
Um, well, we had a really great time at the ventriloquist convention. We went for the first time in, was it 10, maybe 8 years, 7 years, 8 years, or 10 years, because I think the last, anyway, it had been
Yeah.
10 years since we went, and we went back this year, and we did have some interactions, but really, I think maybe the only interaction we had was with, do you know Madam?
Yes, of course. Yeah.
So this incredible ventriloquist has been commissioned
Carry on the
to
tradition of Madam.
yeah,
Oh
yeah.
God, I love Madam.
And he had her, and Ticklemuff and her had like about a 5 minute great time together, like a great chat.
That's so
And that
cool.
was really cool.
There's
Yeah.
Madam right there. Yeah, she was one
Yeah.
of those classic comedian puppets,
Yeah.
and she has a striking resemblance to Jill. You think a little bit?
There are some similarities.
Some
Some
similarities, right?
similarities. Sure.
Maybe it's the eyeshadow
I Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if whoever made Jill was inspired by
by Madam.
Madam.
Yeah, there's a
Yeah.
long tradition of ventriloquism in television and movies. Remember, did you ever see Frenchie, the Frenchie guy? Now I'm just bringing up
No.
really old things. He would talk. It was basically lips on a hand, and it was
Oh,
a whole thing. It was a whole thing.
I love that.
And then of course there's the that dog. You know the dog, the insult dog.
Uh,
Let's see.
um,
Now I'm just pulling things out of nowhere here, but Triumph, the insult
um,
dog. You have
Triumph.
to check.
I know it because it was in an Eminem video
Oh,
or
really?
stuff. Yeah, and I'm a big Eminem fan. Triumph, Ass Like That is the Eminem song that
Oh, I see
he
what they're
mentioned.
talking about.
Triumph. Yeah.
It's hilarious. Matt Wright says, is Ticklemuff a Scorpio? Hmm.
Ticklemuff is a Cancer.
Oh, a Cancer. So, do you know about astrology? Or because we had a guest on a little while back, Mort Burke, and we were talking about astrology. Is that something you
love
subscribe
Mort.
to? Yeah, Mort's great.
Totally. Yeah. I don't know, like my brain, like I have trouble remembering all of the different things, but I know my stuff and I know in general about astrology. Yeah.
Yeah.
What are
How-
you?
Oh, I'm a Libra Scorpio. That's all I know.
Okay.
I'm on a cusp,
Okay.
which I
Nice.
think are kind of 6-7. I'm doing the 6-7 thing. I think they're sort of opposites in a way. You know what I mean? Like a
Yeah.
Scorpio is very
Yeah.
decisive and aggressive and sexual and all this
Yeah.
stuff, and the Libra is sort of like, I don't know, but very good
Yeah.
at like moderating things and very good at like getting people to come to agreement and stuff like that. It's like two different,
Hmm.
completely different signs. I always say that I'm a
Yeah.
Scorpio wannabe because I want to be like really decisive and that
Yeah. I mean, I'm
sexy.
also I'm a Virgo Scorpio and I'm very
Oh, you're on a
indecisive.
cusp too? No. Oh wait,
Well,
no, not a cusp, but somehow in your astrology, because
yeah.
it's much more than just what I'm talking about. You're a
Yeah.
Virgo Scorpio.
Yeah. Virgo, Scorpio, Pisces, but yeah.
My dad's a Pisces. It's very wise and old,
Yes.
oldest sign or something they say. I think.
Yes.
The human was Fran Allison, the Madam's puppeteer. Insult
Mm.
Dog is out there currently.
Mm.
Joel, you are the
Oh.
best of both possible signs. Thank you very much. And the best of the Scorpio and the Libra. I like, okay, it's all right. Oh, Senior Wenches. That's the Senior Wenches guy. That's the guy that was like, hello.
Well,
I don't know if-
Waylon Flowers was Madam's puppeteer, but
Oh,
I don't
Waylon
know who
Flowers? Oh, I don't know who Fran
I don't
Allison.
know.
Oh, Fran, Kukla, Fran, and Ollie.
Okay.
Fran is Fran Allison. Thank you. Now we've just got it all sorted out. Appreciate that. I appreciate your fact checking. Let's take
Puppet history.
Yeah, puppet history. We're really going through it. Matt said the host. Yeah. So yeah, Fran would host. Anyway, you'll see it now, and you'll be like, "Oh yeah, Joel, this is some next level stuff." Here's Ticklemuff looking at a sloth.
Oh my god, a sloth! People say that I look like a sloth
Why?
because I hang on to you like this. Yeah.
I love. Oh, it seems like he's back. Yes, I'm so glad to have you back.
Thank you.
Did you get a nice rest?
Yes.
Oh, good. I really got to say that I really enjoy both of your podcasts, your podcast, because I
Thank
think
you.
it's doing the thing that a lunch therapy tries to do as well, is to try and heal and try and uplift people and try and deal with like depression and some of the things that we deal with as performers. Do you find that you struggle with depression or obstacles that seem insurmountable as a performer, as performers?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. And
Yeah.
definitely Zach.
Yeah, both of us, we both do. Yeah, I've definitely struggled with depression since high school, since being a teenager.
Yeah.
Mine is more recent.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
The state of the world has really got Ticklemuff down.
Yeah, it's got me down
But
too, Ticklemuff.
Yeah, it's hard.
I heard that your car got broken into in downtown LA.
yeah, it did.
That
Yeah,
really
someone
hit you
just
hard.
like, yeah, they knocked the back windshield and there was a puppet in the trunk. Thankfully, they're
no.
fine.
Oh, good.
They're
That's
just-
scary.
Yeah. But it's just so scary because Ticklemuff is often in the car alone sometimes.
Mm.
Not much anymore, but like that's always been a fear of mine is like
Yeah.
Yeah.
what happens, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah.
How do you deal? So Kamala says the state of the world is incredibly hard to cope with right now. Agreed. It is. And I think that needs to be acknowledged that it is difficult. There's a lot of hate and a lot of, we were in a place where it seemed like there was a lot of love going on, a lot of acceptance, and then all of a sudden the rug just got pulled out. I feel like the rug just got pulled out from under us, and we were just like, nope, it's all about hate now. It's all about beating each other up and who's tougher. And there's this weird thing about like people trying to be tougher than one another, and none of us are tough. We could all die, drop dead right now. We're very fragile beings, right? And no matter how much muscle you have or how many stupid guns you have or whatever, you're not tough. In fact, being strong is something completely different. And I don't know why people don't understand it. Yeah.
Yeah. It has to do with the insides.
Yeah.
It does. It does.
Yeah. Yeah. I've been having a really rough time. I've also, I'm currently sober and I hope to stay that way.
Yeah.
But I feel like my addiction to weed, just like exacerbated my depression and like, yeah, I feel a lot better now being sober.
Yeah.
And I know that there's going to be hard times and I will definitely still deal with depression, I think, but I feel like not having that layer of it will make things a lot better. Yeah.
And that's not always the most popular point of view, because weed has become, because it was legalized for one thing, that it's like, for some reason people thought, oh, we just smoke this all the time. And it's a lot of people go to it for a coping mechanism. And and then there's a lot of people that are saying how medicinal it is and that kind of thing. So it's a real, excuse me, I think it's a more difficult thing to deal with than people realize.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's so funny. I feel like it's one of the only addictions where people gaslight you into saying that it's not an addiction and that you can't be addicted to it.
Right.
And I was smoking for 15 years and I've been trying to quit for 8 of those years. And it is most definitely an addiction.
Right. Yes. And I think there's just a lot of denial that's going on with it. It's probably what happened when people started smoking originally, or when people, there was a time also when, early on in American history where people were just drinking themselves into oblivion because there was nobody saying that it was maybe not good for you. And, like in the Old West, they had like a huge, that's why we had prohibition and things like that. So it's not the most popular thing to do, become sober. It's very popular to become sober from alcohol. I find people are
California sober. Yeah.
and California sober and all that stuff. But yeah, there's there's a lot of pushback. And of course, I feel like that's the addiction talking, through these people. And it's not a popular thing to say, but I think it's true.
And like, of course it is medicinal and I'm so jealous for people that can just do it occasionally, but I cannot. And I feel like there has to be more discussion about the dangers of weed. And for me personally, like I got started when I was a teenager, and apparently when you're a teenager is when it really kind of, cover your ears, I was going to use the F word, when it really messes you up.
Yeah.
And I feel like that has been a big contributor, is how early I got started.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And people get started on that earlier, usually, than alcohol as well. Matt says, just took a step back from a form of it myself and find myself in tears yelling at people unnecessarily. Well, I feel like sometimes you mask, all this stuff. You're like,
totally.
We do that with all kinds of things, food and, and also apparently with weed, there's like I heard this, and this is not factual, but I heard this, that like 11% of people can get really addicted to it. It's like a percentage of people that have a different response to it. And I know personally myself, I have a different response to it than somebody else, because people are like, oh, it relaxes me. And whenever I have smoked it, I just get so stressed out, so much anxiety, which is like the opposite. So it makes me think, well, there's different chemical responses to these things with different people.
Yeah.
So we can't blanket say, oh, this is good for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
It's really
Totally.
interesting. Really interesting to talk about that.
Yeah.
So your podcast, what made you decide to do a podcast? Did you say like this is my do you have like a mission statement or does it just naturally come out this way?
Well, I met this guy named Kita Mascaro,
He's great.
and he's
He's been
great.
on the
And
show too.
well, there you go.
I know.
There you
I
go.
know. I don't know why I keep saying
So,
that, but it doesn't matter. But anyway, he's a great guy. That's
yeah. So I met Kita. I went to his podcast studio, and we were talking. And I had no intention of starting a podcast with Ticklemuff, but when he heard about Ticklemuff, he suggested that we do a podcast, and we thought that it could be really fun. And the videos that Ticklemuff and I do, sometimes we make videos online that are not comedy. They're more deep or spiritual or philosophical or about things going on in the world or trans stuff. And what seemed really attractive about it to me was that Ticklemuff would have a place to be themselves without the pressure of comedy or being on stage or 5 minutes or 10 minutes.
mhm,
Because I think that Ticklemuff thrives in improv situations, just like conversationally.
mhm.
Um, and also just talking about feelings and mental health. And
Yeah.
and that's kind of how it happened.
I
Yeah.
love that what you said about conversationally because one of the things about being a stand-up comedy and this what you do um, helps us a little bit. But one of the things I've noticed about being a stand-up comedian is you are having a conversation and you're the only one talking, essentially, unless you're doing a lot of crowd work. You're basically, and that's why I think a lot of comedians have to have notes because they need to have like little prompts of like, because normally you're prompted by the conversation. You say something and then I say something and we have a dialogue and we're not like
Yeah,
monologuing, although I seem to be monologuing right now. But anyway, so the podcast enables you to have interplay.
totally.
And I love the way I watched some of the Karen Haber one, which I think Ticklemuff and Karen Haber are related. I think they could be. They seem
Yeah.
so, and they get along so well. I also watched another one where I'll tell what her name is because this is a good one to watch as well. Valerie Reich, who talks
Hmm.
about the vagus nerve and did some of that box breathing that we do at the beginning of the show.
Yeah.
How do you choose your guests?
It's a mix of people that I know in the comedy community or other professions that, like therapists, that would seem like good guests to have
Mhm.
on, and also people that Kita knows. I mean, currently, right now, we're trying to grow. We're having a bit of trouble like getting our numbers up. So we're trying to have people that maybe have a bit of a following that
Yeah,
can help boost it, but that's not a requirement.
yeah.
It's just people that we think would be great. Um,
There's some way you can do co-productions on YouTube now. Have you seen that where
really,
you can do some kind of co-production? I haven't investigated it,
no,
but that actually might
that's
be a good thing for podcasts. Like it would be on my channel and your channel or something, or that would
mm,
be a good way to grow, I think.
yeah, yeah,
We have to look into that.
yeah.
It's always constantly evolving. How is it working with Kita? When I had him on the show, he was just building that studio. And
Oh
I've
my
been
God.
meaning to go over there and see it. It's just down the street.
Yeah.
But I
Oh
got
my
to get
God.
over there and check it out. What's it like?
It, it's amazing.
Really?
It's incredible. He's built such an incredible creative space. I'm not sure how many he has. I think he might have 8 podcasts in there right now.
My
And
gosh.
he just he like each one has a completely different set. It's
I
so
wondered
creative.
about that. I wondered. So does he
Yeah.
like strike the set and then put the next one up or what?
Yeah. Yeah. Usually they're so elaborate. I think he tries to only do one a day
Yeah.
because it takes so much work to strike and reset. But it's incredible. And then like the little area before you enter the studio itself is like more of a chill space. Um, just super good vibes. And he's made a really incredible space for artists.
Here's a screenshot of it, or just a
Yeah,
picture of it,
I'm in
of
love
your
with the
set.
set.
Your set is
Yeah,
great. Did
thank you.
did you help to design that set, or is it something Kita did, or what happened?
Yeah, I mean, we spoke about like what we wanted, and I had this. I love clouds, so I made these clouds, and some there's more of them, and there's anyway. The setup changes slightly each time, but we I think it was I can't remember whose idea it was at this point, but I had been scouting out a place for the LA Fringe, and this I love this venue because they had this starry backdrop, and he was like, I bet we could find that. So found the same one online, got
Really?
it, and that's what we used
So
as the
cool.
backdrop.
So
And
amazing.
yeah, he had these yellow chairs. He got this grass from Home Depot, and he really made it feel like a campfire thing. And
Yeah, I
I
like the
love
way the chairs too, the way you sit.
me too. He hates the chairs
He
just
does?
because they're so annoying to
Yeah.
store and move, but
Oh yeah.
we both love the look of them. Yeah,
Yeah, and
they're
everybody,
great.
your guests can really get comfortable in
Yes, we
those.
have these blankets. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's great.
Well, we're
Hmm.
running out of time, unfortunately. This has been
Yeah.
super
Do you want to
fun.
come back?
Yeah.
Bye.
Oh my
Hi.
gosh. Hi. I want to ask one other thing. You have a very distinctive voice, Ticklemuff. Does that strain your vocal cords at all? Or do you have any kind of? I did a weird voice. I'm just saying this because I did a weird voice for an
Yeah.
audition recently, and that night I was like, oh man, my throat is so sore. Do you have to train your voice
Oh,
to?
it's the bane of my existence.
Is it?
Yeah, I'm killing.
You're not killing me, but it does. It was never a problem before I started taking testosterone,
Hmm.
but ever since my voice dropped,
Yeah.
um, Ticklemuff's voice has also changed, and it's grown very growly and hard. And I'm now in vocal therapy and humidifiers, nebulizers, lozenges, throat massaging, vocal warm-ups, you name it. Yeah,
Yeah, but it's worth it.
yeah,
It is
yeah.
totally worth it. Matt Wright said, what if you do a weird voice that hurts and then you get the part? That's what I thought too when I didn't get the part, but I thought, oh my God, I have to do that weird voice all the time. But you know what? I
Yeah.
guess we as performers, we have to learn how to, because like the lead singer of Guns N' Roses, Axl Rose, he,
Yeah.
has that really like shrill voice, and they were trying to get him coaches because you can support that voice if you breathe right and you relax your vocal cords in the right way. And he was like, screw that. But then he ended up losing his voice like in the middle of a tour. And I think that was
Yeah.
one of the big things that happened. So that's really interesting.
Yeah, I'm really trying to get on top of it before that happens.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, because my life depends on it.
Yeah, your life
Exactly.
depends on it. Exactly. I would just want to introduce you. I've got my own puppet from my childhood. I don't know if people tell you about their puppets, but this is my Daniel Tiger.
All the time.
Oh my
I'm sure
God.
is. So there, yeah.
Oh my goodness.
It's
So
from,
cute.
isn't he cute? He's from Mr. Rogers, back Mr. Rogers' day. I think he's a gund, but I've had him since I was, I don't know, 5 years old or something like that. So he just
That's
wanted to say
so
hi.
sweet that you still have it.
Yeah. My brother, one night we were together, and my brother was like, wouldn't that be great if you still had your Daniel Tiger? And I was like, oh, I still have it. So he's
I
just
love
saying
that.
hi.
When where does it live where does he live in your house,
He
and
lives
how
on
do
a
you
shelf,
interact?
and I put him on a little stand. So he's always there,
Cute.
like, hanging out. But I invited him to the show. He was on this show early on. And somebody was like, what is this, a puppet show? And he was like, I'm not doing that again. But I love puppet shows, as you can tell. I love puppets.
Yeah.
So thanks
I
so
love
much. Thanks so much for being on the show. And
Thanks for having us.
and we're gonna have a dance break now. Dance
Yeah.
break happens. We play a cover song This is from something called Ninja Sex Party, which is a band that I've never heard of before, but they're super cool. And they're doing a song from the 80s. I'm going to play a little bit of that, dance it out. You love the 80s? All right. All right. Well, you're going to love this. All right, here we go. Thanks, everybody, also for being in the chat room and for commenting. Always great to have you here.
Yeah. Thank you for having us.
Oh, of course. All right, here they are.
We built this city. We built this city on rock and roll. Built this city. We built this city on rock and roll. Say you don't know me or recognize my face. Say you don't care who goes to that kind of place. Knee deep in the hoopla, sinking in your fight. Too many runaways eating up the night. Marconi plays the mama. Listen to the radio. Don't you remember? We built this city. We built this city on rock and roll. We built this city. We built this city on rock and roll. Built this city. We built this city on rock and roll.
All right, thanks everybody for being here. Oh, I love the crown. All right. Woo. All right, have a great one, everybody. Great weekend.